When you think of the 1980s, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Well, for me, and probably a lot of you, my answer to that question would be Back to the Future. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video where my mom and I flew out to California to visit Universal Hollywood with my aunt and cousins. We did the VIP experience, and we got to go where the movie was shot, so I figured I'd owe y'all a review. And on top of that, I'm trying this new thing where once per month I will be posting a video about an installment of an iconic franchise. For example, if I did Harry Potter, I would review one installment per month. Then after all the Harry Potters are done, I would then move on to, let's say, Star Wars. With those two things in mind, I knew the first series to tackle was Back to the Future. But just a little heads up for trilogies and things like that, I will be posting those reviews just one after the other, with maybe a different video in the middle to break it up. So with that said, let's just go ahead and get into it. To start, I guarantee the fact that all of you have asked the question, what if this happened, or what if this didn't happen? Well, in this movie, those questions are answered in the form of time travel. We see alternate timelines where certain events didn't happen and see the consequences of it. But outside of the time travel, the movie is really about the relationship between a father and a son. When Doc first sees Marty's father, George, he tells Marty how different he is from his father. Marty is the definition of cool, and George, well, he's kind of a coward. But with the help of his son, George becomes more confident, which is awesome. Okay, this might get kind of controversial, but personally, I want to see another Back to the Future from 1955, George and Lorraine's perspective. It'd be interesting to see what was going on in their heads when their time-traveling son shows up. Either that, or a prequel focusing on Doc, giving us a deeper reason as to why he invented the time machine. Let's be real, time traveling is dangerous, and Doc knows that. He seems to, at least, so why invent a time machine for no real good reason? It just doesn't make any sense. If a prequel were to happen, it needs to present a situation that occurred in Doc's life that led him to want to travel back in time to fix. Then, the idea to try to invent a time machine would spark in his mind. There are also a few other plot holes, especially in the ending scene, such as the one everyone talks about. Why didn't George and Lorraine remember Marty as the guy who helped them get together when he returns to 1955 at the end of the movie? And why is Biff working for the family after everything he did to them? It just doesn't add up. But other than that, the movie is amazing. The foreshadowing especially. Like in the beginning of the movie where we see a statue of Harold Lloyd hanging from a clock tower, which, spoiler alert, Christopher Lloyd does as Doc later in the movie. Or later on when Lorraine says she's never parked with a boy or kissed a boy, which again, spoiler, she does with her own son. Without knowing it was her son, of course. Not only that, but the movie is so funny and quotable. My family is always quoting Back to the Future. And the whole thing was just cast so perfectly. Fun fact, did you know Michael J. Fox almost wasn't Marty McFly? I know, right? Hard to believe, but you are going to learn about that more in a future video I have scheduled, so please make sure to stay tuned for that. All in all, Back to the Future is a fun, cute little sci-fi movie that at its core is a story about family. So that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. You're amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!